Let's roll itself out. Welcome to the channel. Hello, and everybody. Welcome to the Lunch and Loot live stream. Whether you're tuning in live or whether you're hanging out as a part of a VOD, if you guys hit that like button and you comment on these VODs, I think that's a great way. YouTube seems to really appreciate that for some reason. So thanks for being here, whether you join me part of this on the live, or if you're just kind of watching this as an archive. Generally speaking, these Lunch and Loots are going to roughly be around an hour stream. I'm taking a lunch break from work, sitting down and jumping into the Rise of the Angry Earth expansion. I've been playing offline. Obviously, server queues are a thing that we all have to deal with, but it is what it is right now. And I just released a video today talking about the state of the game, the state of the expansion, and that's what we're going to continue to do. It looks like I need to go to the invasion. I'm going to be playing this in ultra wide, so hopefully you guys don't mind the layout. You can kind of see how it looks on my screen for the most part, and then beyond the layout itself, I'm also playing on GeForce Now, which in my mind is just a great service, not sponsored in any way, just a big fan. Just a big fan of the service itself. But let's keep the quest going. I've been working on the flail a little bit. I also am rocking a musket because I'm trying to get to that beautiful 20 everything leveled to 20. If I just go to my weapon mastery, musket and bow, that's where I've struggled the most. Absolutely. Flail, just hit level 5 with that. So it's been really good. Dave, what's up, dude? Dave says, let's go. I just wanted to say thank you for all that you do. Now I'm one of 3. Did you just have, does that mean y'all had your baby? I'm assuming. And yeah, man, dude, I love games and I love talking about video games. I also get overly prideful, ambitious, and piss a lot of people off when it comes down to my weird takes about life. It is what it is. It's gonna be fun though. Yep. So anyhow, all in all, last night tried to get in. Obviously had a big queue time. Decided to go play some Starfield. I thought that was the right call. I choose to usually try to avoid frustration, and since my game time is limited, I really kind of focus in on that. Let me know how the music balance is, if you can hear the music, if it's too loud, if it's too soft. Let me know. I'm generally wanting to make sure that looks good. Oh, I should have turned. Should have taken a turn. Let's see here. There's the road. I was like, where's the road? Can I get in your clan? Yes, absolutely. Are you on the server right now? I really hope, and I know they've talked about expanding kind of like company things that you can do and have company quests and more, and I really looking forward to seeing what they do when those updates roll out. Oh, okay, no worries. Yeah, just send me your in-game name whenever you get the opportunity. I think I can actually friend you. So, hit me up with your in-game name. What's up, dude? Here. Set camp recall point. Is that a book? I love mounts, man. All right. Oh, there we go. Travel to last light encampment. Hey, all right. Landmark charted. Where's the last light anyway? Oh, good. I'm heading in the right direction. Your Yum is your in-game name. If so, I'm gonna need to make sure. Yeah. Just need a confirmation on that. Breaker. Oh. And there it is. Speak to the sorceress.
You've been inoculated against the noxious spores. But I have nothing to ward off the ignorance of fools. Be wary. Some in this camp cannot grasp how little they
interesting.
know, nor will they welcome your counsel. We must humor them for the time being at least. Share the inoculate with Archdruid Traherne first. We need him handy. Then speak with Alchemist Edred. He has more sense than the others.
All right, easy breeze. Oh, new page. Let's see here. All right. Hey, what's going on, Outkill? And then, so you said it was Yum with 7 M's. 4, 5, 6, 7. Make sure there's not another Yum. Add friend. All right, I sent you a friend request. So whenever you accept that, etc., if we're on, yeah, let's get you. Oh, does it let us have the cross? I don't know if I've ever been successful because we're syndicate, but we can still be friends.
Hail, Soul Warden. Deep peace to you.
I like that phrase. Deep peace to you.
Is that the inoculate Morgaine promised? Well, that's the first kindness from her since we met. That is a surprise. But I must refuse. There are others whose need is far greater. Seems everyone has a different tolerance.
Oh, cool.
Please, if you will, share the inoculate with those who've fallen ill.
Man, what a good day. Have you purchased the game at all, or are you just trying to decide whether you want to jump in, like, into the game? So let me know, man. Like, happy to give you any kind of thoughts that I got on it. Obviously, bias. I love the game.
I believe I've uncovered a vulnerability in the Angry Earth's campaign. A way to eavesdrop on Artemis's intentions.
Sounds useful.
For centuries, the Angry Earths share a sort of...
And thanks, guys, for the 6 likes on the stream, by the way. It's a great way of supporting the content for free, so... Oh, yeah.
The strength of Artemis's emotions makes her messages comprehensible. More like feel. Touch the roots on the embankment, and you'll understand what I mean. I've shared this insight with Morgaine as well. You should discuss the implications with her after you experience it for yourself.
You experience it for yourself. Examine the murmuring root nearby. What's interesting, though, I don't know why I didn't see that message. You put 197 hours in when it came out and just got bored. See, that's understandable, man. Like, that's understandable. Why didn't that message show up on... I have an app that's, like, capturing all the messages. So I don't know why I saw that as a part of that, but that's good to know that this app doesn't share or show everything. But yeah, so you own the game, so there's no cost to you stepping back in and seeing, and you know, with the changes, the quality of life stuff, that's something interesting. Now, as far as the expansion, 197 hours, I'm assuming you paid $40. That feels like a really good conversion of any kind of game and any kind of experience. So I would think that at least if you ended up deciding to pick up the expansion, that 30 to 60 hours would be easily very enjoyable. And then it's easy to say, you know what, that was fun. I got my money's worth, and now I'm going to take a break, because I see so many people just get frustrated and burn themselves out. And like, I get some of that, but it's like, I don't know, somebody who doesn't have all the game time in the world to play, kicking, you know, quitting a game, taking a big long break from a game feels very healthy, you know, if that makes sense. Phil says, oh, did you miss my message? This is the first one that I've seen from you, Phil. I might just keep up the let me see, I'm scrolling. Oh, they're okay. Yeah. Should I level my character from 35 to 60 and play on a fresh server, or go back to my 60 on Maramba that I haven't played since VG? I would go to your level 60, play the expansion, and then decide if you want to level up that second character. I'm gonna see, let me just Let me reorder something over here because this like the app clearly sucks, and it's not doing justice to y'all because it's missing messages, and that's. I wish it let me rearrange. There we go. Okay, now I can see everything there. So cool. Thank you so much for asking, Pip. I think it's Pip. I called you Phil. Phil. Sorry if I'm butchering the name. But yeah, I'm not gonna use the app because that sucks. Then I was like, oh man, because I try not to ever ignore y'all.
So, I fear discovering the answer to that question will do little to increase our morale, which is already sapping in this place.
So fresh starts are no longer fresh starts, right? You got to think about that there are people in there, people can transfer, and that was always going to be the nature of them. However, if you enjoyed the server and you're enjoying the real feature when we have cross expedition and so much more, that's going to be a big game changer for all of us because that means you could be on Lilith or whatever, and ultimately we could start to play together.
Particularly with this revelation
Speak to the Ranger. And so I tend to be somebody who's like, yep, I'm not really a multi-alting character kind of guy, and that's okay.
Hero of it, there's some luck.
Talk to him. All right, search for the missing patrol. There we go, this way. Wonder if I should pick up this quest.
Morgane's concoction may keep us alive for now. I believe I have devised a method to render the toxic effects beneficial.
Right. Yeah, spore samples. Nice. Glad I picked that up because I'm already gonna be on about. So there are server transfers, and yes, you can, I believe, now transfer to a fresh start server. I believe, because again, it's been like a year, so it's like the concept of what it means is a little bit more lax, but oh, can I harvest those? 200. Ooh, got things to do. But I could be completely wrong on that aspect. That's just what I remember. I've always committed to y'all as a content creator that I'm never going to transfer, because if you guys transfer to play here, I don't want to be like, well, now I'm going to go do this, that, or the other thing. So that's been something that I felt has been very important, so y'all don't have to chase me around. Now, the server changes its name when if there's ever a merger and things like that. So it's that's just the general philosophy, meaning if we move, we all move together because of a merger. Dave says, I took a break for 4 months. Now I came back for the expansion. Only played for 20 minutes on it. What are your goals for the expansion? And do you think the queue times will go down? Yeah, queue times will eventually drop back down to kind of their normal, range. With season 4, I think you'll end up having a much healthier balance and spread of the player population. And that's because you're going to have more cross-server stuff. So you're not going to be punished for playing on a small server.
Yes, that makes sense.
But yeah, the queue times will definitely go down. My goals for the expansion, obviously, level cap, gear up, and honestly, see if I can't make just a ton of money. I really enjoy, obviously, fishing in this game. And so now that there's, another 50 levels to gather there, they'll be great. Finish off all the leveling all the weapons. Is the goal of mine, so I don't know. This is one of my games that I just really can enjoy and play and chill and just have a good, just have an overall fun experience. So I kind of when it comes to there's always going to be every content creator is going to be different, but yeah, just to keep you guys also, I enjoy making the videos. I'm glad that you guys enjoy watching them. That's fun, but kicking back, relaxing, and just overall I think it's gonna be really cool to just try to do some more expeditions now that system's been overhauled, and so then just trying to help people have a good time. Landmark charted. I'll need to get my harvesting and more up. Time to level stuff. Downloading the core game today. Should I wait to level up before buying the expansion? So the expansion will open up the flail and the horse for you. So I personally would not, if you were like, yeah, I'm having fun, I would just run around for like an hour or two, and you're like, if I'm having fun, there is a queue, and that's gonna be the constant thing that always is gonna frustrate players when the game is popping off, because you want to play, and then sometimes you're like, oh yeah, I gotta wait. But overall, like when I go into a queue, it completes, and so I haven't been kicked out of queue, which when Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker launched, you couldn't stay in queue. I was like, that was just a very frustrating time for that expansion. But thankfully, they found the bugs and fixed them there. But yeah, then I would say, like, if you're like, yep, having fun, this is good, go and pick it up, because then you can open up mounts. So you're not going to sit here like, and then you have the flail as well. So if you're interested in checking out the new weapon, and I like what they've done with the flail, but I'm also kind of generally a healer main.
They're closing in. The last few of us are holed up in the tower. Gunter is gone. I hope we made it out. The vines crept into our homes at night. Then screams. I saw Gladys crying for help as she was dragged into some kind of prison state.
There you go.
Just see.
Oh man, dude, this is gonna be great. And I think again, like, someone's like, hey, should I come play New World? It's like, I think so. What in my mind, and this is, again, I don't play every MMO, but like out of all the MMOs out there right now, like this game's doing great. Like, it's got content. They fix issues. They listen to the players. Like this is what I want, when it comes down to it. And right now, the base game, the core game, and even the Azoth edition, not the expansion, because they're not going to discount the expansion right now, but the base game is 60% off. I mean, that's awesome. That means for less than $20, if you've never played this game, you can jump in. I mean, I've got probably 1,000 hours, including I haven't looked at the time, but and it's been amazing, and for $40. So now, in my mind, from the expansion, I'm looking at, do I get 30 hours of gameplay? And based off of the time that I had pre-expansion, I was like, yeah, this is definitely going to financially balance itself out with game time to hours played. And that's fun, game time. Like, you want joyful, and this is just a fun game. It's not going to be for everybody. There's always going to be plenty of people who think they like MMOs and don't, and they want single player games, and they want their MMOs to be single player games. But I love that I see people running around the world, and whenever an MMO can do that, I'm generally pleased. But then again, Seeping Stone, yes. Gotta get this leveling up. What's up, Kyle? Welcome back, dude. How you doing? Getty says, oh yeah, sorry, I was just catching up. And if I miss, if I miss a chat, guys, I apologize. Just be sure to feel free to repeat, and also you can tag New World Central, and it kind of shows up in here. Got to get that mining up. I'm sure there's gonna be things I need to mine here that are 200. But yeah, give me that oil. Number 19 most played game on Steam right now? Yeah, that does not surprise me. But what it's still like, we're gonna probably see, it's always the thing, like there's the rush, they had servers. Queue times last night were just awful. Alright, it does not want me to mine that one. Cool. Queue times last night were awful, so awful that I was like, alright, gonna go play Starfield. So I always have choices, and I don't generally wait in queue if I have a limited time to play, so. Because I don't know, man. I think there's plenty of gamers out there that can I get up there as a horse? Can I climb the mountains? Yeah, buddy. Let's go. See lots of people who have time to be angry about stuff, and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna go do whatever. But queue times today have been pretty easy, about 30 minutes. And so I got into line about 30 minutes before going live. Yeah. That was my plan. 5 hours. Oh, and you got kicked you out the first time? That sucks. See, yeah, that's that. If that's what's happening, then that's going to be awful for players. And that's something that's just, in my mind, unacceptable, because if you can wait in queue, right? Like if I'm like, all right, it's going to take this long to play. Okay, fine. But then I can just go do other things and come back in that time and decide if I want to play, right? So like, but again, also being somebody who works from home, like, oh, if it's gonna take me 5 hours in queue, I can queue up at, 4 o'clock, and by the time that I'm ready, after I put the kids to bed and all that, come back and it's like, game's ready for you. I'm like, perfect. Obviously, there's always a risk, but
Thank you. So embarrassing. Nearly taken out by a plot.
I do like this new weapon. All right. Yeah, make dinner, watch a movie, enjoy life. I'm not gonna sit down and watch a number, And again, though, like that's just, I guess, from years of being somebody who enjoys these kind of games, these live service games. But it's not to say that there isn't a live service dilemma right now, and you're seeing lots of layoffs, obviously due to like live service in a way kind of crashing due to single player games that don't ask any more money of the players. So like everybody who's like with the recession or the upcoming recession or however you want to structure it, people are they're just having to make ideally better financial decisions for themselves.
All humanity will be drawn to our
And there we go.
and join us in harmony for the glory to come.
Send the vantage point. What ping do you usually average? How do I check that? Social accessibility. Game. Show FPS. Okay, it's showing it now for the FPS. Input latency, time since last respawn, it looks like 10 to 20 milliseconds. Where's my frames per second? I said show frames per second, but I guess I don't know. Yeah, I'm using GeForce Now, which generally I get like 120 frames per second, and I'm playing in ultra wide right now. So, oh, good, yeah, y'all be able to see. I assume the frames per second. So hopefully y'all can see that. Oh, there's a fast travel spot right over next to me. Let's grab this while we're out here. I like that I can mount and still move. What's up, worldwide? Dude, I loved your tweet. I do agree. I think Final Fantasy 14 needs to go buy to play. I think it's time. Dude, I love that right now we have the I love how they also added in that 1 hour cooldown on fort capture, because now you can like, all right, let's go get that perk, and then you want to maybe go defend that perk, etc. So at least gives everybody like, if we captured it, it's ours for the next hour minimum. Yeah, $30 expansion, good price. Is it endless amounts of content? No expansion will be, but I think it does set up the game for a really bright future.
We'll try it out for yourself.
And then there's still like more things that I'm excited about are on the way. So
The survivor. It's an enchantment I learned from my brother long ago. It will be fragmented.
witness Morgaine's power.
It began when the enemy had awakened. Its power moving through the earth. Its light.
Love these
erupted
cutscenes,
from
man.
the tower he had. In terrible
Yeah, mounts can get faster.
Daring to investigate, they witnessed a hideous
Transformation.
Artemis created an ally, one whose gaze turned flesh to stone.
Ah, Medusa.
As the ancients' terror spread, the people of the settlement staged a final.
Oh man, look at that. Yes.
Flora of first
This is
light
great.
Twisted and turned against them.
All right, so the territory push is something that's scheduled, so they do 3 zones a day, and I'm assuming this is server time, so 6, 7, and 8, and they last for about 45 minutes, and so you capture like
It appears
different territories, and then that will push the thing into war.
Primal creatures summoned from some abyssal realm. What followed is madness. Obscene acts to make amalgamations of people, beasts, and plants. Our witness, insults.
Mr. Glass says, so I have a question. Do I have a chance at saying controller support in this? I'm disabled, a content creator, and want to try it. So yes, I actually have a controller guide up right now that you can download my Steam setup and get going. So if you're wanting to try it now, but that's not native. And the problem with that not being native is that there's no state management. So it doesn't know if I'm in inventory, horse, or whatever. I've coded in some ability to guess where you're at, but it's not perfect. Native controller support is on the way. It is not here yet, but I would anticipate it sometime around season 5, which would be sometime that would be the spring season, or season 6 this next summer. We do know that it is on the way, confirmed by Scott Lane, who's the game's director. And so that's a really good sign. We just don't have an ETA in our update on that yet, but that actually, in my mind, is a really better sign as a dev that it's not something that they're rushing, that they're really trying to put in right. And I think we're going to see some really cool stuff because of that. Meaning like, you know, Baldur's Gate 3 level where like maybe it has its own, you know, I don't know if it's going to have its own separate UI or if it's just going to have, you know, like, because again, it already works with the controller, but it feels really good. Yeah, level 62. There it is.
Of terror.
Woo!
What's this I hear about? Yes, you do that. I must consult Merdin's tomes.
I already grabbed that.
Minotaurs, gorgons, massive
Gorgons.
You brought a med, yes, and I pray it's reversible.
I pray it's reversible. Love the voice acting in this game. They really have done a good job.
Hail the well off.
Plant the reek pods to repel the gorillas. Second, let's go here. What else do I need? I got some stamps I can use. Let's see here. Corrupted resources, kill lost, and kill enemies in the eternal pool. And those. Yes, that's who I am. This is my New World channel, so I have multiple channels. And the reason ends up being MMO players are really particular, and they generally like to just support one game. And so I was like, well, let's run some experiments. And I actually really enjoy it because it allows me to make like a 2 or 3 minute video if that's all it's going to take, and I don't have to sit here and worry about it getting crushed because, you know, somebody didn't, you know, want to watch, you know, my variety content on Ginger Prime. Oh yeah. You have to gear score. I don't think that's necessarily true, Yeti. And namely because like there is some scaling when it comes to gear score in certain activities, but skill, I would say gear score is weighted 65%, and skill is the rest. And you kind of want that in my mind. You want to make sure that skill is still going to win out over just generally, you know, what it is. Yeah, I've been enjoying New World and cannot seem to put it down, dude. That's a great sign, man. That's a great sign. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks, Mr. Glass. That is I. Yeah, so New World Central, Blue Protocol Central. I've got a couple other experimental channels as well. Oh, Gorilla, hello. All in a day's work. All right, so that's search the wagon. There we go. We'll go from there. Do you think the next event will make the map bigger? I hope it does. I think I appreciate what they did with the Elysian Wilds and having it being taken over from First Light, which, like, it is First Light. It was, but it's also not now. So it's like I appreciate that, and I also appreciate what they did with Eden Grove, because I think Eden's Grove was vastly underused and just one of the most incredible zones. And so now that's been leveled up, which is exciting to see. But I do think that next expansion will see more added to the map. And it's, you know, like, it's an interesting thing. Now, if they keep the map the same size and don't expand on it, then in a year's time, I'll be a little bit of a grouch. Dude, that's the biggest issue. Ricky says, I wish they would fix queues. 100%, Ricky. That in and of itself is one of the things that's always going until they fix that problem, which part of it gets fixed in season 4, because you can sit down and say, hey, I can play on a small server and I'm not going to be punished for doing so. Where are they? Oh, they want me to go here. All right, cool. Because ultimately small servers can have an advantage, but like you miss out on certain content because you can't necessarily find people for OPR. OPR is now cross server, which is a huge help. The arena and the expedition cross server is coming in season 4, which should be, I'm assuming, sometime in early January. In fact, actually, we could do the math, I think, on the journey card. What is the countdown? In 68 days. So 68 days from now, because they've at least been able to hit this on you know, consistently now, which is really good. Getty says, this has been 15 years since I played an MMO. Didn't want to grind WoW again, so I picked up New World. Dude, good choice. You're going to feel the quality. It has good modern quality of life, but it also can allow you to have a good aspect of multiplayer. You know, if you want to dive into that. Auto matchmaking is coming to Expeditions, which I'm not personally a fan of, namely because Expeditions have gotten super easy because of that. Like, a lot of people, like, they're like, I want really hard content, and I want the game to find me people to play with, and I also want those people to be amazing, and you can only get 2 of the 3. And generally, like, ends up being a little bit of a level of frustration, or you have to dumb down the content so that anybody queuing up for it can complete it, right? So, but at least they still have the higher level difficulty, so it's not like you have to wait for that. So the mutation system is, I think their revamp has also been really well done with the 3 difficulties, because then you're not having so many people spread out so far for the content and then trying to find people. Now it's like, okay, cool. Are you in tier 1, tier 2, or tier 3? All right, man. Dave, thanks for hanging out, dude. Have a great day at work. Oh, Blue Protocol, dude. Yeah, so if you're subbed over at Blue Protocol Central, kind of have a theme name, which just ideally helps communicate what the game's about. Hopefully people enjoy. But I played the Japanese version, but then they kept banning my account. So I was like, all right, like, I'll wait for global. It's going to be much easier for global. I'm excited. I think it's going to be really great. Throne of Liberty looks really interesting too. I'm glad that they're making changes and doing different things. And at the end of the day, like, you know, Amazon is going to be a company that's got a lot of different MMOs that they can offer and really kind of have almost to where it's like, if you think about, instead of participating in the seasons of a specific game, you can participate in more of the expansions and how that works in the long run, you know?
Luck was with us. I
Luck
found
is
a
with
few
us.
rangers dazed by the spores, and I saw you help some kind of survivalist named Riches. Sounds like he's waging a one-man war against the hungry earth. My kind of guy.
Hey, chapter complete. I'm at 5. I don't know why that didn't complete. Oh, already got 2 things unlocked here. So I'm in CST as well. We play on Marambo right now. Marambo's got the like a big queue. But you're welcome to join our server, like, and also our Discord and company, etc. So we play more on the casual end of it, namely because, like, I got 6 kids, dude. Like, we're gonna play when we can play, and hang out and talk, and we'll be playing really actively right now, and things will cool down as normal. Defeat Angry Earth, easy. Let's do it. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Study the nearby flora. Study, study, study. All right. Got 1 Angry Earth down. Let's look for some more. Anybody in here? Oh, treasure. Perfect. But yeah, like I tend to, as somebody who's Central Time as well, I tend to play on the East Coast servers. The West Coast probably would work out better for me, as when the kids go to bed, then I can participate probably in more stuff going on the West. So, but like I said, I'm not gonna transfer. Maybe I'll make another character and put it on the West, and have like my East Coast and my West Coast character. That might be fun. Maybe that's a goal. Maybe that's the goal of this expansion. These lunch and loots, Thank you guys so much for the 15 likes on the lunch and loot, by the way. I appreciate y'all. If you guys enjoyed the streams, and you ever feel like helping the channel grow in some way, just be sure to like check them out as a VOD form and drop a comment on them, because I think I think YouTube likes that. Also, clip any cool stuff that you like, any questions and answers. Apparently, YouTube's actually about ready to roll out the clip feature, where I can see the clips that are made of the channel. Where at the moment, like, it only shows clips that I make, and I'm like, that doesn't help me out at all, man. I'm not generally like live clipping. YouTube slowly making their way to Twitch 2007. Oh, we got Big Bird over here.
If you're not a mirage, mate, and those sprig heads are... If you're not a mirage, mate, and those sprig heads are dead...
Cut the wick!
Not my first plan to escape. It's still a
There you go. Ah ha ha ha. Where do they want me to go now? Oh, I still need to defeat the Angry Earth. I love the zone, guys. Like, this is like their zone design, honestly, is like when we start seeing them add new. Also for Lord of the Rings Online, one of the big reasons why I will and continue to encourage people to give New World a shot is because especially if you like Lord of the Rings, that this will be a really good opportunity to like provide real-time feedback to the devs. They can test things out, and that, I don't know, like it's not your job to do so, but I kind of feel like because the devs listen and are so attentive to the community that in a way kind of, there's a nice little relationship between us. All right, nothing to harvest there. Oh man, jeez. I can feel the fact that I haven't been harvesting. Worldwide says, I heard Airline Mux is testing something in stream video on YouTube and Twitch, all in for competition. Yeah, he's testing it. I think something's always off with my my Twitter account, namely because like it says like, oh, you can upload 1080p video, and it's like it doesn't let me, and I'm, I'm on Twitter Blue, and it's like, all right, like what the hell, man. So I put in a ticket, and they said they're looking into it, and they closed the ticket, and I was like, all right. So I think there's something wrong with that. So ideally those features will open up. We actually are live on Twitter right now. Like Twitter live stream is a thing, but in terms of like you know, competing with gaming. Like, why? I think they could, you know. More competition. And he's also like, we're not monetized on Twitter. But you should follow me there, guys. What's going on, Loon? Thanks so much for watching over on Kick. Oh, geez, Louise, this guy sucks. Yeah, die. There we go. Woo! Woo! That was a close one. It was a close one. Get some food going on. Dude, I'm doing great, man. Welcome to the Lunch and Loot. These streams generally are about an hour, so we got a little less than 30 minutes, you know? So, hey, man. You're welcome. All right. Level 63. Sure, I could get, you know. Whew. Don't have enough. I'm just gonna avoid him. Brave Sir Robin ran away. You know. Sure, Loon. Go ahead. Woo! There you go. All right. Boom, baby. Let's go. There it is. There it is. Meet Richie's at Steadfast Arms. I have no idea. I thought I had my stuff set up over on Kick for my logo banner and whatnot. I thought I added emotes as well. So, but if it's not, they're not showing up, I'll just have to look into it. Oh, okay. You're talking about like actually like logos and stuff. I'm good right now. I don't make a lot of money as a content creator, and I usually spend it on my editor so we can keep videos rolling out. So if that ever changes, yeah, I'll absolutely hit you up, dude. Because I got some cool animated, you know, GIFs that we have over on Twitter when I stream over there, you know. There we go.
Steps as you navigate the wretched imprint the human stepped onto the earth here. We will rain down terror.
We will rain down terror.
Until not a trace of humanity remains.
There we go.
Welcome to the settlement of First Light.
There we go. What's up? Or what's left of First Light?
Now we get creative.
First Light, Last Stand. Horn of Victory. Travel to Tangle Snap. Where do they want me to go? Alright, let's head out. Whee! Alright, let's go. Who did that? Who did that? Alright. I don't believe I am in combat. Interacting with what? Let's go. Alright. Attack you. Venomous rat. Go. Man, what is the thing I'm interacting with? Swap weapons. Nope. Alright, we're hoofing it. go, here we go. Tangle snap hollows. I wonder if they have the things that I hate so much that just come out of the ground and whip you. There we go. Oh, hello. Yes! Land shield. Alright, let's I'm just gonna keep boosting the skills themselves. They finally, yeah, okay, cool. Now let me do that. I guess it didn't count level 1. Hollow renderer. Collect thick sap. All right. Kill these guys. 1 of 4. Made of wood. Like it. I feel like they've increased the spawn times of enemies. I think that was one of the biggest issues we've had whenever people end up like playing MSQ and playing it. It's like you're like, oh, I'm just waiting around for something to happen. I like how it has like it feels like this is also an underwater vibe from some of the plants and how they're set up. White root.
To whomever it may concern, I, Captain James Russell, while this may be difficult to believe, it is of utmost importance that I be rescued forthwith, lest my plans become to fruition.
Oh. There we go. Sweet. I was like, I thought I needed to go in here. And I was right. There you go. Oh, interesting. He made like a turret. Find the cave. Oh, hello. I'll go ahead and do that as well. Well, last night they were longer than I was willing to wait. So my average queue time right now has been around 30 minutes. Average is probably the wrong word. I would say average probably about 20 minutes.
Brian, have you been in here all alone?
Yes, dude. I had lunch and loot, and And then, yeah, I got about 15 more minutes on the lunch and loot. Yeah.
I guess,
Nobody, people are nervous.
People don't like you.
No, I think they're just usually nervous to have their voices out like on a live stream because they're always like, oh, I don't want to bother the streamer. And it's like, actually, like it makes it so much more comfortable for me to have people to talk to.
I'm late.
You're good.
Got home from work a couple minutes ago.
Dude, you're good. Welcome home. Welcome home.
Thank you.
Yeah, and if it ends up being like, you get home at this time, it's like, actually, I could always just I mean, I set the schedule, right?
That's true. I mean, I don't even know what time you start work.
I usually start around 6 in the morning.
Gotcha. Okay.
But some days that does not work out.
Right. Sometimes you start later, I guess, some days?
Yeah, some days, like today.
Okay, that's fair. What's called? No, I am. What the fuck? I am starting to look for a new job.
Oh, okay, all right.
So
hopefully one that pays you more money.
Yes, of course.
Better accommodations.
Yeah. So I'm looking to join UPS.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be great. I hear they're like really good to work for, and there's like right now, like there's so much work to be done. So hopefully you can get a good deal.
So just gotta apply and hopefully get the job.
Do the whole thing, the rigmarole. Yeah.
So it's a multi-step process. So it takes a while. But I think in the end I'll get it.
Yeah, dude.
So
you're a hard worker.
I like to think so.
That's what at least what they tell me.
No, I definitely am. At least I think so. Although this latest position that I've held, it just doesn't allow me to really. Not doesn't allow me to, but just doesn't lend itself well to.
Yeah.
I guess hard or more work. Just because it's a receiving job, so
right,
it's a bit different. But position is changing. So what the hell is this? The position is changing, which is not a huge fan.
Oh yeah.
And also too, I have a new store manager who is, for lack of a better term, incompetent. So like there's a lot of people who are leaving because of him. My manager, my immediate manager is leaving.
Oh yeah.
So also for UPS. So
oh wow. Hey.
So he's the one who told me about it.
Yeah. Come to UPS, man.
I was like, all right, at first I was going to go into the warehouse, but it's not a job that, being a bit of a princess and not doing that. But also too, it doesn't pay particularly well.
Yeah.
It pays $21 an hour and it's part-time, right? So it's about 25 hours a week.
Yeah, that's not enough. That's not enough.
Yeah, and I was doing some math, and I'm just like, listen, if I UPS drivers here at least in New York, make about $23 an hour, and then $23 an hour, and then there's also like overtime and stuff like that. So, so it's about $47,000 to $50,000 a year. That's gross. So net would be about 35 to 40.
Yeah.
Roughly. So if I put like the vast majority of that, like 30,000, into my student loans, I should be able to pay them off within less than 5 years.
Yeah, dude. So, oh man, I mean, I'm glad that you're doing that. I know it's freaking hard, dude.
It's tough because like it's a job that I've never done before. It's a job that I have no real familiarity with.
Yeah.
Something that I Is it a job I want to do? Yes and no.
That's what it means to be
there's
a
a lot
job,
of driving,
though.
so I'm just like, whatever I can do with that. I like driving. I like being alone.
Yeah, you
know?
listen to podcasts and
Yeah, I listen to podcasts, listen to music, stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. I did a delivery job in college, and it was like that was actually kind of one of the perks. It's like, all right, we're gonna, like you get off, and you get to where you're going, and then, but
exactly.
like in between, it's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna sit down and listen to music.
Yeah, so I don't have qualms about that. But yeah, so it's a big change. I gotta finish the application.
Yeah.
And then we'll see where it goes from there. But I'm just looking for something that pays more, right?
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, and thanks for helping, Mike as well. But it's like, a part of the problem is there's an income problem, and it's like.
Yeah, I mean, I do have expendable income, but like, I'm having trouble saving, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just like, because like the vast majority of it is going to student loans, and then like the rest of it is like I'm trying to save, but I'm probably spending a bit too much.
Yeah. Chat's asking what professions would I recommend? Tracking and skinning, harvesting, and like all of these. But if you're gonna just focus in on one, mining or tracking and skinning naturally as you're playing and killing monsters, doubling that up, and then anytime you see logging, maybe not so much, but anytime you see like something to gather, grab harvesting. And then as a part of like your loop, when you think about kind of a game loop, let's say you're out here in Everfall or whatever, like run around, gather, kill stuff, teleport back, so get a house like first thing, refine all the stuff, put it up on the market, and then like make that kind of a nice little game loop for you. And I think you're gonna find some enjoyment into that. I find a lot of enjoyment relaxing into that.
Yeah. What would I do?
What would you do?
Mining. I'd focus on gathering. I mean, I got skinning up first.
Yeah,
right?
I hit 200 on skinning, but that's also because they had that camp. That it's just like, all right, go run around here for like 15 minutes, and then you're level 200.
Right?
Yeah, Cutlass Keys, man.
I was
like, all right. Like, if this isn't an exploit, if this is like, oh, yeah, then I'm gonna go ahead and take advantage of it.
Yeah. But I mean, what was my next profession? My first like crafting profession I got to max was cooking.
Yeah.
That was my first 200, level 200. And then after that, I think I still have ways to go. I haven't played in a long time. I just pop on and invite people to the company.
I appreciate your assistance in that.
No worries. And it's funny, but anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. But yeah, so I would work on just any gathering profession, right? You see a plant out in the wild, pick it up. You see a a mining node out in the wild, pick it up. You kill something, skin it right after.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that's really kind of difficult to do, quote unquote difficult, is fishing.
Yeah, I like fishing though. Fishing was very enjoyable, but I like
fishing.
It's got some benefits.
I don't know why they nerfed it.
I love the wild card stamp system, dude. Like, it's so nice.
Yeah.
What else is there?
Wait, is this the launch?
Yeah, game's out.
Really, the expansion's out?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah, came out yesterday on time. So ready to rock and freaking roll, man. So.
Okay. How's the expansion so far?
I've been having a great time with it. Like, I love the pacing. I love I love all the quality of life, and then the mounts really important. Feels good. And then I'm just playing kind of through the story today on the stream here. But speaking of which, it has been roughly an hour, so that's my lunch break. Thanks everybody who decided to come and hang out for it. And again, if you're watching this as the archive, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment on the VOD, as that's a great way of supporting the content here at the channel. And yeah, I'm just gonna wish you guys all the absolute very best. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video and or stream.